Meet Moen. He is a physically strong farmer living on a plot of incredibly rich soil. If you ask him, he will tell you exactly what he plans to do with it. He is going to be the wealthiest, most respected man in his village. He constantly tells anyone that his fields will shine with golden crops. But if you watch his daily routine, the sun rises, the village goes to work in the heat, and Moen stays in bed. Whenever a task requires actual sweat, like hauling water from the well or tilling the earth, he immediately brushes it off. His automatic response is always exactly the same: I will do it tomorrow. This pattern of talking about a future he hasn't built creates a false sense of accomplishment. To Moen, the dream is so vivid that it acts as a shield, protecting him from the actual pressure of his empty field. Eventually, Moen's uncle, a veteran farmer who knows exactly what it takes to yield a crop, visits. He looks past Moen's big talk and points directly at the cracked, completely barren dirt covering his land. Moen gets defensive. He laughs it off, promising yet again that the real work is going to start bright and early tomorrow. The old man sighs. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out 2 distinct seeds. He explains that the first is the ambition seed. It is incredibly sensitive. To get it to yield wealth and shade, you have to commit to exhausting daily care. The second is the laziness seed. It requires absolutely zero effort. It grows entirely on its own, and it will aggressively choke out anything planted near it. Every person driven by big dreams carries these 2 conflicting forces. The outcome of your life is determined by which seed you choose to cultivate and which one you allow to die. When the next morning arrives, Moen wakes up feeling his usual baseline fatigue. Instead of planting the ambition seed, he stays inside. A few days pass. Out of sheer boredom, he wanders out and carelessly tosses both seeds into the dirt together, telling himself he'll sort them out later. Weeks turn into a month. Moen completely forgets about the patch of dirt, falling right back into his routine of sleeping in and gossiping in the shade. Turning a blind eye to your responsibilities does not put them on hold. In the mechanics of growth, choosing to do nothing is exactly the same as actively feeding your worst habits. When Moen finally walks back out to his field, he stops dead in his tracks. A landscape is entirely unrecognizable. The laziness seed has exploded. Thick, textured weeds are violently creeping across the cracked soil, wrapping around the earth and blocking out the sunlight. Hidden underneath that overgrowth is the ambition sprout. It is tiny, pale, and on the absolute brink of death from severe deprivation. His uncle returns and surveys the damage, pointing out a harsh reality. Laziness does not ask for your permission to take over. It operates entirely on default. If you do not actively intervene in your own life every single day, the natural trajectory of your unguided potential is a complete collapse. Moen drops to his knees in the dark, overgrown field. He finds himself gently touching a single fragile sprout, forced to look at exactly what his neglect has cost him. He spends the entire night awake, tallying up hours of wasted time, dozens of empty promises, and opportunities that are now permanently gone. He realizes that simply desiring a better life does absolutely nothing to secure it. A dream only survives through immediate physical effort. The very next morning, before the sun is up, he is violently ripping those thick, entrenched roots out with his bare hands. It is exhausting. His back aches, his hands bleed, and the routine is utterly unglamorous. But he returns with water to protect that tiny green shoot, day after day. Pulling a goal back from the edge of failure requires you to walk directly into the physical and mental friction you spent your entire life trying to dodge. Slowly, the ambition sprout begins to respond. It compounds over time, steadily thickening into a trunk, demanding years of quiet, sustained effort. Eventually, it matures into a massive tree. It drops seeds, yielding the golden crops and cooling shade Moen spent his youth imagining. But the most significant change is in the farmer himself. The village no longer knows him for his grand talk, but for his definitive victory over his own nature. You are carrying those exact same 2 seeds right now. Your ambition demands rigid daily discipline just to survive the week. Your laziness requires nothing from you, and it will gladly grow on its own to consume your future. Stop deferring your life to tomorrow. Get your hands dirty and endure the friction of pulling out your weeds today